Hey there, Delmarva. Happy Monday. Hope you had a wonderful weekend, and hopefully you've had a wonderful day so far. But we are here to get you through it on Coast Life. I'm Leah Rizzo, and filling in for Paige Marley is the lovely Rachel Parker. You are familiar with her and Dustin of the Parker Group, and you help us out quite often.
It's a fun little side gig, I have to say. I'm really enjoying it.
Well, we love having you. Did you have a good weekend yourself?
We did. We had a great weekend. We actually went to the Dewey Business Gala, which is always a really fun event every year down in Dewey. How about you?
Yeah, it was pretty good. I have a January birthday. My brother has a January birthday, so we just did the birthday dinner celebration with the family. So it was just a nice family weekend.
Yeah, a nice cozy weekend.
Yeah, you said that the Dewey event was themed, a safari theme.
Yes, it was safari. Cool. It was really cool because every year people kind of go all out and get very dressed up. But
that's on brand for Dewey.
Exactly. Yes, all out for Dewey. Yes. But this year we had like very formal, and then we had people that dressed up like Crocodile Dundee. Like it was every genre of dress you could imagine. So
that's
it was really
fun.
Yeah.
I like to see a good, healthy mix.
Yeah.
What I don't like to see are the Niners and the Chiefs in the big game that's coming up in February. Ugh, snooze fest. We already saw this.
Yeah, repeat performance. I was really hoping the Lions would get in. Just kind of the underdog story. I always like to root for those ones.
I was too. And I mean, I'm an Eagles fan, so we love Philly loves an underdog story. I mean, hello, we invented Rocky.
Rocky, yes.
We didn't invent Rocky, but we housed him.
The statue is there.
Yes, so we love an underdog story. I mean, I will never forget the parade after the Eagles win.
Yeah.
Beat the Patriots. I mean, it was so much fun, and you could just feel so much love. So I was all in. I was ready to see. I wanted the Bills. So then when they were out, I was like, oh, okay, fine. I guess I'll cheer for the Lions. And then I could have gone with the Ravens because, and I only say this because Lamar Jackson was my quarterback on my fantasy football team this year.
Interesting.
And I won the league this year. So.
Oh, well, first of all, congrats.
Thank you.
That's very exciting.
Thank you.
But yes, I could have gone for the Ravens too because my family are huge Ravens fans. So I could have been like rooting for them. Yeah, I'm with you. But I think it's going to be dominated by the Kelsey Swift story this year.
I think it is too. So. And I mean, I know a lot of people have a lot of strong feelings about that. Surprisingly, I am not one of them because I am a big Swiftie.
Okay. Yep. You and Avery both. My daughter is very excited.
But I was an Eagles fan first. I was a football fan before I knew Taylor Swift. So I really don't have strong feelings about the Taylor Swift coverage. I mean, I feel like it's not really her fault. And when you actually do the math about it, she's not on screen for all that long.
That's true. Yeah, it'll add like one more layer of entertainment to the night, I think.
Pretty much.
Who's playing in the halftime show?
It's Usher.
Oh, that's going to be a good one.
It should be fun. Yeah. It should be fun. I think he's an entertainer through and through. But yeah, I feel like that's probably the biggest thing I'm excited for.
Right. That'll be a throwback to like high school dances, I think.
Yeah,
all of the millennials, yes, will be very excited.
Yeah. Yes, but until we get to February, we still have a couple more days left in January. But is it just, I mean, does it feel like January goes on and on and on and on and on?
Yes, and I feel like all the parents out there are going to agree that all of the fog delays and snow delays and just trying to get your head on straight after the holidays, after the grind of all that, trying to get your New Year's resolutions going. It's dark outside, it's cold outside. I agree. I'm ready for a new month.
Yes, and all of those factors play into why everybody seems to agree that January feels like it lasts 3 times as long as any other month. I mean, you've got all the celebrating and joy and fun of the holidays, and you're receiving gifts and you're giving gifts, and you're like, I want to see if they love the thing I got them. And then there's not a whole lot in January, but.
Yeah, but believe it or not, we're almost at the end of it anyway. So here comes February.
Personally, I've always been a January fan since I'm a January baby.
I feel like
there's something to celebrate, and it's me.
That's a great reason to get excited for the month.
So I've never really had bad feelings about January, but we're almost there. We're almost to February, and then before you know it, those days start getting a little bit longer. They already are, technically.
Yes, I did hear that, like, every sunset's going to be after 5 p.m. from now on, which is nice. It's nice to get off work and it's not, like, pitch black when you're driving home.
Oh, my gosh, yes. My daffodils are even starting to pop up a little bit.
So,
wow. Like, they're a little early. They got surprised by the spring-like weather we had last week. They were like, hey. And we're like, not yet.
Too soon.
But there's little signs that warmer weather will be heading our way. But before we dive into the show today, one more thing that you probably have some strong feelings about when it comes to the grocery store and grocery shopping. And I had a couple things that were getting on my nerves this weekend. I mean, grocery shopping in general is not my favorite chore.
True, yeah.
But are there little habits or things that, like, when you see people do them, in the store, you're like, instant rage.
My biggest one is outside the store. I hate when people leave their carts right by the side of their car. I just think it's so rude and it's so inconvenient to the next person.
Yes.
So sometimes I feel like I'm like the cart guy that has like the 15 carts because I'll just go around and collect them up and park them. But I just think you're going to get someone's car damaged, and it just takes 2 extra steps. What about you?
I feel like when, and I know that it's probably really a me problem, that like when you're standing there and somebody just takes forever to decide, and I know sometimes the thing you're looking for isn't there, and you want to make sure, is it really not there, or is it just, you know, not in the right place, and so you have to stand there and scan. But like, you know, if you've got some spatial awareness that people are kind of coming in on either side and you're the one blocking the aisle, and I'm like, you know what, I'll just take a lap if I'm that person.
Yes, and then it never fails so that the next aisle has someone like that in it too.
Yes, no, I was at Aldi this weekend, and there were like 4 or 5 people, and because the carts at Aldi are so wide that like you can't quite navigate the same way you would other stores, so you're like,
yes, it's very stressful.
It can be, it's stressful, but you can always participate in our conversations on our socials. You can follow us, that's where we are, and we love to hear from you as well. So think about it, what are some of the worst grocery store habits that you find out there that get you all riled up, and let us know. But until then, we've got a great show to dive into for you today. Our field correspondent, Maya Henry, is going to tell us what's coming up on the show.
Coming up today on Coast Life, feeling like your winter wardrobe needs a refresh? Stay tuned as we take you to a chic boutique known for its stylish collections. And curious about the young talents in your community? We're highlighting a remarkably talented student who is nailing their craft in carpentry. All that and more coming up right after the break.
Coast Life is brought to you by BB Healthcare, Coastal Comfort Heating and Air Conditioning, Preston Automotive Group, Shell Brothers, and the Parker Group.
We have so many wonderfully talented folks here along coastal Delmarva. Some of them or even high school students. So we are going to introduce you to one from Sussex Tech, and not only their amazing creative efforts, but how they creatively gave back to the community. Our field correspondent, Maya Henry, got a chance to head to Sussex Tech. She's going to tell us more.
The humming of a cabinet saw is a familiar sound to Sussex Technical High School sophomore Cameron Colony Doubt.
My grandfather, he used to build stuff, and I always wanted to help him.
From curiosity into a passion, this aspiring architectural engineer crafts masterpieces in her carpentry and construction management class. From creations like handicap ramps for accessibility and sturdy stairs for therapy riding schools, carpentry and construction management teacher Ed Stow finds innovative ways for his students to give back to their local communities.
I try to give the kids real world experience, and the easiest way to do that is to get them out in the real world doing it. And give them that appreciation, because that's, to me, that's worth more than the money.
In December, Ed asked for holiday project suggestions for his students to make for their families, but Cameron envisioned a unique project of her own.
Cameron came to me and said, could we, because normally in December I allow the kids to make presents for their parents. And she came to me and said, rather than do that, could we do a fundraiser and donate the money to the needy? Well, like her and most of the students, they know we do a lot of community service work, and I thought it was a great idea.
The idea dates back to a heartwarming story of Cameron's grandfather, who once knew a nearby family that couldn't afford gifts for Christmas. The solution to that? Instead of buying Christmas gifts or trips, his family donated the money to buy Christmas gifts for the family in need.
And they came Christmas morning with a trailer full of toys and everything. And my grandfather told me, he's like, that was probably like one of the best Christmases I've ever had.
Turning their woodworking skills into action, the program joined forces with the Shepherd's Office in Georgetown, becoming a beacon of hope for families battling homelessness. The program added a creative and fun twist with a charcuterie board fundraiser to support the organization.
And when Cameron asked me, I said, well, that's fine. I need to poll the other students and make sure everybody's on board. I didn't have one student that said they didn't want to do it. They dove into this tremendously and put their hearts into it for about 2 weeks producing these boards.
With all hands on deck, the program sold over 100 handmade charcuterie boards, all of different shapes and sizes, raising $2,165 in profit for the Shepherd's Office.
It surprised me how many people would actually want to, because nowadays it's kind of like people just want for themselves rather than to give. So I've just felt it was really important about how many people wanted to give and actually wanted to do it and supported it.
That was really special, what they did and what they gave.
With an unexpected turnout, the program looks forward to planning fundraisers in the future.
I don't know, it made me feel really good to donate and stuff to give to the people that can't really give to themselves.
And what a generous job they've accomplished. The real gift, as the program has shown, is not just about receiving, but offering to those who need it most.
I'm still amazed and wowed and overly impressed by her generosity from such a young student. We love to see that taking care of our own community starts at any age. But don't go anywhere. Coming up later on the show, if you're looking to get a jump start on some of that spring fashion, we're going to be taking a trip to Blooming Boutique in Lewis. So stay right there. You're watching Coast Life, and yes, Rachel Parker is on the Coast Life couch with me again, hosting today. Paige still taking a couple of vacation days, so Rachel's doing an excellent job filling in.
Trying my best.
Well, we love having you here, and we love introducing you to so many important community members on coastal Delmarva. And I know that October is done. We just wrapped up Breast Cancer Awareness Month, but that doesn't mean we have to stop talking about breast cancer awareness and what BB can do for you if you do receive that breast cancer diagnosis. So joining us on the couch today is Dr. Karen Barbosa. Welcome.
Hi.
Now, you are an oncoplastic surgeon.
Correct. Nicely done. Excellent. Bravo.
Wow.
So,
so if you're like me, and probably most of our viewers, what does that mean?
So oncoplastic surgery has been done in Europe for many, many years, and it was recently brought to the U.S. probably about 10 or 15 years ago. And it basically is the fusion of plastic surgery and cancer surgery. So it's about taking out the cancer in an oncologically safe manner, meaning getting a negative margin, making sure the patient's cancer-free, but also optimizing their cosmetic result.
Yes.
So that it's not just about, well, I saved your life, good luck, however it looks, we'll fix it later. It's about planning your surgery at the day of consenting, that we are going to do the best we can to not only get rid of the cancer with a negative margin, but we're going to try to keep the cosmetic appearance as good or sometimes even better, because we can do it through a breast reduction or a breast lift. There are a lot of things that we can do now that are available to women, so we want people to know about it.
Yeah, and I mean, I think that's also something from a female doctors and surgeons perspective, that I think so many people forget that, you know, even if the cancer is gone, it sometimes takes womanhood with it. And I think being able to reconstruct that look sort of gives at least a part of your womanhood back.
Yeah,
So
some confidence.
It's absolutely so important, because what patients often say to me is, just get it out, I just want it out. And I say, well, where are you going to be thinking in 5 years from now, in 10 years from now? You're going to look down and go, oh, I wish they'd done a little bit more effort in making me look normal, or now I've got to go back and do something else. So I think that it's really important for women to understand that. I always say, you never make a decision in a foxhole. When you feel like you're getting bombarded and you're in the crosshairs, you've got to make a decision, but you don't have to make a rash decision. And my job is to kind of slow patients down, talk to them about treatment options, what's available for them. I always present a palette. These are treatment options. This one's available to you. This one's not as oncologically safe. So we want to work within different parameters. What's cancer safe? What's cosmetically safe? And then work with what's their body type, right? So certain people are going to be candidates for certain things that other patients won't. So not one shoe fits all kind of perspective.
That's amazing. I love that perspective, and I love how you're really thinking about the whole person and not just the disease.
We have to say thank you to Patrick Borgen at Sloan Kettering, because when I was rotating through Sloan Kettering as a resident for many years, and he finally said to me, what are you going to be when you grow up? And I said, I'm going to be a plastic surgeon. And he said, no, you're not. You talk to patients, you care about people, you would be a great breast surgeon because you want the cosmetic outcome to look good, but you also want patients to do well. And he said that hybrid. So I always used to see him at conferences to say, curses Pat Borgen, I'm still single, but I'm doing what I love. You know, it's a crosshairs of life, but it turned out to be the best decision of my life because I just kept augmenting my ability to optimize the cosmetics. And when I first started in 2007, a long time ago, it was really not much options. It was just a reduction pattern. And then as I started taking courses, I traveled to Brazil, I traveled to Argentina, I traveled in plastic surgery circles, and have gone to some conferences. And it's really important because it just keeps growing, what we know and what our treatment options are. And I have to say a little bit, nobody knows we're talking, right? Just between us girls. So in the U.S., we're a little behind. Just saying it's all, we really have so much more out there, and that's why I've traveled overseas, is because oncoplasty in other countries is brought up. If you're a breast surgeon, you should be doing A to Z. In the U.S., you do a cancer, and then you have a plastic surgeon step in. Well, sometimes waiting for a plastic surgeon, depending on where you practice, can be a delay. So coordinating two surgeon schedules can say, well, we have to now wait an extra month or an extra 3 or 4 weeks before we can get the two schedules to align. So oncoplasty, getting one surgeon to take patients from start to finish is just a great option. And I have to say a shout out again to my buddy Tom Davenport, who's a plastic surgeon in New York, who I adore, and we used to work together in the OR, Mutt and Jeff. Dr. Nelson Goldberg at University of Maryland, I adore him. We used to work together. He used to call me Pipsqueak, and I would say, that's Dr. Pipsqueak, show some respect. And I miss them dearly because I love my plastic surgeon colleagues. And, it's a camaraderie, it's a team effort. And so it's a combination of knowing what's available.
You're the newest breast surgeon to join the team. How do you like the BB team?
Oh my God. So it is such a pleasure to have other dedicated breast surgeons who get the lingo and who understand what I'm saying. And it's kind of this vibe of, hey, I've got a question to ask you. Let's swing this case. Let's swing that case. I mean, literally, I started my first day in the office and people were talking to me. It was nice to feel like part of a team and really have this camaraderie amongst all of us. And every one of us is patient-centric. So it's, whatever it takes, let's just do the best for the patient.
Well, Dr. Barbosa, there's more to talk about here when it comes to all the information and all the resources that BB has. So you're not going anywhere. We're keeping you right here on this couch. We're going to dive deeper into that and talk about how important screenings are when we get back. All right, Coast Life, before the break, we had Dr. Barbosa in studio talking about oncoplastic surgery. There we go. That's it. Neither one of us.
Good job.
Rachel Parker with the Parker Group still on the couch as well, while Paige is enjoying a couple of vacation days. We were learning a lot of information.
Yes, a lot. I feel like I've actually gotten a little
our brains grew a little bit today.
I learned a little bit of medical knowledge today.
Exactly.
That was good.
Yes. Well, the medical knowledge we're still learning. Dr. Barbosa is still on the couch with us, and before the break, we were talking about oncoplasty, what you do, how just vast this knowledge is, and how America still needs to catch up a little bit in some areas. But that's okay. That's why we've got you here, and we're also going to dive into just how important preventative screenings, mammograms, all of that is when it comes to having the best outcomes with your breast cancer diagnosis.
So, first of all, mammograms save lives. Early detection, early treatment, early intervention is really important. So if you don't know it, you can't treat it. And a lot of times you don't want to wait for it to be palpable, right? If someone's small-breasted or petite, you might find something earlier. But for the most part, the majority of women are only going to be finding imaging detected things. And so getting the mammograms is really important. But also understanding your family history and understanding the risk. The majority of people don't realize this, but most patients have no family history. 80% of people who get breast cancer have no family history. So then they're like, oh, why are we talking about genetics and why are we talking about family history? Because those patients might have a genetic mutation that puts them at higher risk for not breast cancer, but also ovarian cancer or other types of cancers. And so genetic testing is available, and doing the genomic testing of tumors is also available. Lots of exciting stuff, but also knowing where you fit into that spectrum. The reality is data is starting to show smaller cancers, early stage breast cancer, has a survival advantage with lumpectomy and radiation.
Wow.
So back in the day when I was training,
We won't
exactly. Soft lighting. It was important to say lumpectomy and radiation is equal to mastectomy, and the two were equivalent. But there's a lot of data coming out now that shows actually partial mastectomy and radiation is showing a survival advantage in early stage breast cancers. But I always say, you keep your sensation, you keep your form. There's lots of other pros that go along with it.
Yeah, there's obviously so much information, and we're so glad that BB has all that information and the quality care. So again, just a reminder to get those mammograms, preventative screening, and you're in some of the best hands with our friends at BB. Well, Dr. Barbosa, thank you so much for coming in and sharing all of this.
Yes,
we're,
thank
like
you.
we said,
Thanks
excited.
for having me, and I can't believe we did it so quickly. I usually lecture for like hours, and I can go on and on, but I appreciate you helping get the word out, because that's really what it is. It's about going out into the community, getting people to know what's available. Most people aren't aware, and most providers aren't aware.
You are so unbelievably qualified in your area of expertise. I mean, so much so that we really can't fit it all into this segment with you. So if viewers are curious, we're going to link all of your qualifications and information on our website so that people know, I mean, when they're with you, they're in extremely good and qualified and caring hands, most importantly.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Well, thanks for coming in again. And as we said, we're excited to have you in Sussex County. Speaking of Sussex County, we are going to be chatting with Sussex Strong when we get back on Coast Life.
You're watching Coast Life, and there are so many great restaurants to get a great meal at, especially in Ocean City. And of course, we are at the Spain Wine Bar, and right beside me is Peter Elias, the owner. So, Peter, tell me about this place. You have a great mission statement. Tell us how this all began, basically.
Thank you so much for being here. We're super excited to have you guys. Spain Wine Bar in Ocean City was an accident. It was unintentional originally. I had been out here to help some friends with a concept and an idea, and then 3 months later I found myself here creating that concept and idea. So it's been exciting, it's new and it's different. I did have a lot of pushback early on because the concept was different and it was unorthodox for Ocean City, but since then it's actually people have taken us, you know, and accepted who we are and love us, and we're excited to, and we love them right back.
So what kind of made you so passionate? You said it was kind of something that came out the blue. What made you kind of stick with it?
Well, first of all, the concept was based on the sunset. First, where it was intentionally to be as all over the world, whether you're Spain, Italy, or Greece, you know, you look out west and you'll see, you know, thousands of people sitting on a rock with a bottle of wine enjoying the sunset, and I felt that that energy belonged here as well too because of the beautiful views. The reason I decided to make it Spanish and not in another type of wine bar was because the energy is amazing. You see there's our neighbors, there's some great bars next to us and across the street from us and restaurants. There's the marina, there's the ocean, so there's a lot of energy that's sit around here. And if you know anything about the Spanish culture, there's a ton of energy in Spanish concepts. High energy, big music, great foods, very bold flavors, simple ingredients.
So how do you feel like your mission really makes your service so great? Do you realize like some of the customers kind of tell you guys apart because of what you believe in?
That's what they say. You know, it's all, you know, the proof is in the pudding, as they say, you know, and a lot of the feedback from our guests is overwhelming. You know, it's very kind. They highlight our staff exceptionally. They'll say, hey Pete, the food is great, the vibe is cool, the cocktails are amazing, but let me tell you about this server, or let me tell you about that. And at times they might not even mention the view, which is exceptional. I don't know if there's a better view in Ocean City, to be honest with you. From the inlet to the ocean to the Assateague Island to having the bay, watching dolphins swim an hour before sunset is crazy, right? But at the end of the day, they don't highlight that. They highlight our service, and of course they complement everything else. So that's been a huge blessing, and I think it's just being genuine. You know, we focus on people. You know, if you're not focusing on people and you're focusing on your numbers and you're focusing on other things, then you're not going to be as genuine as possible because you're concerned about a loss. And there's one day when guests were upset and they walked out of the restaurant and the manager chased them down, letting them know the table was available. And they ended up going to our next door neighbor to go and have dinner there because they were tired of waiting, and deservedly so. all that. He followed them over there and paid for their tab, you know, without them knowing. And the fact is, when you chase people and you're serving others, it's like, okay, yeah, not only did we lose the opportunity to serve them, right, but we lost the potential, you know, we didn't show and express who we really are. So we chased them down and had them make sure that they enjoyed their dinner where they were, which wasn't on site, which is pretty awesome. And so those are like typical standards that we have here at Spain, you know, and that's what my expectations are. We do a lot of traditional dishes from Spain, like the patatas bravas, you know, which is seen all over Spain, the potato tortilla dish, which is traditionally made all over Spain. We talk about the gambas al ajillo, which is shrimp immersed in extra virgin olive oil with cracked chili peppers and roasted garlic. So there's a lot of options that are there as far as dishes are concerned. Of course, we're known for our paella dishes. The paella dishes take 35 minutes. They're made from scratch. We do intentionally burn the bottom of that paella. That's called socorat. That's where the flavors get trapped in there, and then we scrape that table side for them.
So, are we able to go try some now?
I'm gonna have Chef fire them up, and we can definitely absolutely do that.
Alrighty, guys.
This segment of Coast Life was brought to you by Ocean City Tourism.
All right, so did your mom have any influences on any of these dishes here?
No.
Okay.
This is no, Mom. No. This has everything to do with the Spanish culture. Chef Oscar and myself have been working together for years with this concept. It's a very fun, small sharing type concept. It does bring the family feeling of taking a dish and passing it around. And
Nice. So which one would you try first?
jeez. Well, I would say the patatas bravas.
Okay.
Patatas bravas are a staple in Spain. You'll see garlic aioli with a tomato sauce, and of course the microgreens drizzled on top with the pinchos placed in them. And then tap into the veggies, probably the street corn, but which here you have microgreens sitting with the goat cheese, of course with a lime cilantro aioli that's based on there. And if you see the little sprinkles, those are, it's called pimenton. You have the pincho stick if you want. Yeah, you grab it with your fries or with your fork, sorry.
Nice.
And you can try that. And this is the patatas bravas dish here.
Are those potatoes? I don't speak Spanish, but are those potatoes? There's a good taste.
Yeah, those are potatoes that we source locally, and then we have a lot of the Spanish, ingredients that we actually import through a specific vendor that we use here in house. These are beef empanadas. They're seasoned empanadas. Think of the meat created like a bolognese, very similar, and tomato sauce inside. We do make that dough in house, so that's going to be a flaky bread dough that's made in house. Here we have our chorizo mussels made in a red sauce. So here's a tomato-based sauce with chorizo. Because we're a scratch kitchen, if somebody doesn't do chorizo, that's okay. We could remove that from the dish as well. Of course, you have grilled ciabatta that goes right on top there.
Can I try both of them?
Yeah, absolutely.
Nice. I'm so excited.
When we grew up, and just like your mom's house, I'm sure, she didn't have a lot of the machinery and a lot of the things to make it commercialized. So everything is done by hand. It takes a lot of work, and it takes seconds to eat it. So that's always the hardest part with these dishes is, like, even sometimes if I'm hungry and I'm desiring it, I don't order it because I want somebody else to order, because I know that there's so much going on with that dish.
And it tastes like a big ravioli. Like, I remember back in the day, we always ate ravioli, but it's like, I don't know, it has like a different feel to it. It's really good. I don't eat these often, so I'm kind of excited.
If you want it, you can put the fork through the mussel and remove it that way, make your life easier, and then grab the sauce that's there. That way you can get a nice combination.
Ooh.
There you go. What do you think?
I think it's good.
Tons of flavor. And the bread is great for dipping in the sauce as well too. Really, really one of my favorite dishes.
Nice.
I want you to try one of our newest dishes, by the way.
All right, I'm excited.
Our rainbow trouts. And that's an ají Maria sauce that's drizzled. So you're gonna have heat and sweetness at the same time coming from that. What do you think of that flavor?
That's delicious. Like, I actually mean that. It's really good. And they're also different.
They're also different. So what you're seeing here is a rice-based dish. You'll notice the ends are black. That's your socorat. That's the burn marks. You want that. If you don't have it, you haven't gotten the right paella. You want to make sure you have that. The reason we have, again, that socorat is for two reasons. You enhance the flavor.
Okay.
right? And you get texture, you get the crunch. So the sofrito and the broth that gets trapped in there create that soak it up. And so a lot of times you'll see the servers, and you'll see here you have New York strip, chorizo, chickpea, chicken. The white spots you see here is a garlic aioli that we always serve with our vegetarian and our meat paella. This is our meat paella. And of course you have New York strip layering on the outside, on the top there, that we grill. It's a really complicated process. We can do upwards of 200 to 250 a day in paellas. It's that kind, and it's we don't have that big of a kitchen, so it's a little miracle that the fact that works. And what we do here is when we come tableside, we grab this handle because it's super hot, it comes right out of the oven, so it's super hot, and then we take this spoon and we literally want to remove the burn marks. You can see right there that you have some burn marks sitting underneath it. You see a little,
and you can hear the crunch as like you scoop it.
Yeah, and so what you want to do is you want to create the great experience. You want to make sure you pull everything off, and usually the ends are really what gets stuck first. So you kind of go around here and then you kind of go inward.
Is it something that people like order often?
It is. This is one of the most selling dishes that we have in Spain right now. It's a great, fantastic dish. A lot of times I tell people about this concept or about ordering the paella, the time frame. So if they're interested, they can order it up front when they come in house. And then, because again, these dishes come out quick. So when you first order your first round, we're firing this dish right away. So that way we can minimize the wait time for guests when they come in.
That has a lot of flavor. Like I knew it already was going to, but once you actually put it in your mouth, it's just different textures, different colors. It's great.
It's one of my favorite dishes. I'm so happy you're enjoying it.
I am.
There's a lot of food for you to eat here now and to try.
So, like you said before, just want to reiterate, your menu changes constantly.
Yes, it does. It changes daily. Our menu changes daily based on the vegetables, the seasons. It also changes in the sense of what ingredients that we can get fresh, daily. So we print the menu 1 hour before we open up. So we're literally waiting to see which fish is coming in house. We're waiting to see which vegetables we're going to get. We may find something that comes here that we don't like, but we're not taking it. So we're going to return that and wait till we get the right vegetables in house. So that's what we do every single day.
I've only been here for like a couple hours, but I know I definitely had a great experience. So thank you so much, Peter, for having this interview with us. I'm going to finish off some food, guys, but there's more Coast Life after the break.
This segment of Coast Life was brought to you by Ocean City Tourism.
If you have been looking to shake up your wardrobe a little bit, I know we've introduced you to a personal stylist, so maybe now you've got your colors down, you know what jewelry looks good on you, you've been thinking a little bit more about your style lately. Well, if you're looking to accessorize for spring, I know it's a little early, but hey, it's never too early to get a jump start on the next season's fashion. We're going to be taking a trip to Blooming Boutique in Lewis.
While we still have over a month of winter left, cold weather clothes and cozy items are going fast at Blooming Boutique in downtown Lewis.
If you're looking for some last-minute winter items, right, because spring and everything is arriving now, but we have got great deals on winter items, from gloves, scarves, coats, wraps, pajamas, you name it. So come on out for that. But it's all phasing out already because everybody's going warm weather.
If you're looking to stay on trend, owner Misha Sato has you covered with all the hottest looks.
What I'm seeing, because we don't get so cold down here a lot, that one, the flat down, because then people can take this even if they're traveling to cold weather stuff. It fits in your luggage and it doesn't make you look like a big marshmallow. So the flat down will keep you warm when it gets cold and windy down here at the beach, right? And but it doesn't take up a lot of room, and it's a lot more flattering on people. So that's been very popular this year. Okay, as well as I know a lot of ours, we have little historic restaurants and stuff like that. There's not coat checks down here or valet parking, right? So we want something easy to throw on in the car to run into the restaurants and going out to dinner and stuff this time of the year. And so wraps, very, very popular, just easy to throw on. You feel glamorous in them too. It's just fun. So that wraps and ponchos. I was going to say, just nice because it's good transition weather because we're going to be cool down here for the next few months, but we're not necessarily going to be freezing.
Valentine's Day isn't the only celebration coming up. Get your girls together to celebrate Galentine's Day with all of Misha's stores.
We do our annual Galentine's party at all of our stores, not just the Blooming Boutiques, all of our gift shops and treasures and stuff like that. And we're celebrating it on Saturday, February 10th, all day long. We'll be having pink mimosas, drinks, candy, fun, prizes, doorbusters, all different things going on. Just a girls' day out having fun.
If you're always looking ahead to the next season, here's what you need to know if you're already shopping for spring.
People are already shopping for it. Now, we have brought winter resort in, so if you are going to Florida, you need a bathing suit, you need a cover up, you need clothing, you need transition clothing to layer as you're changing to warmer weather. We have that already on hand, but we will have a big launch at the Galentine's party. It's lots of new stuff. Okay, so I would say the biggest thing people are doing right now is buying stuff that they can layer with. And this year, a big comeback this winter was vests. Because then I know when I just got back from Atlanta, it was freezing in Atlanta. And thank goodness I took a vest to layer over to keep some warmth and things going on. So like whether it's a cotton vest like this or a heavier vest, it's an easy way to transition with the seasons too.
The flowers aren't the only thing that'll be showing off bright colors for the spring season.
There are so many good colors coming in this year. And the nice thing is, whether you're a pale pink person, that is in this year, all the way to the hot Barbie pink, to reds. A lot of my lines are doing red this year. So no matter what you are, like I love red because I'm a winter, like Color Me Beautiful book. So, but I will tell you, we've started getting in our new SPF prints and fabrics. This is popular all year because look, it's a half sleeve, 3/4 sleeve tunic. It's long enough to wear with leggings. You know, you could throw a little black jacket on if you want to be warmer with it, but this is one of the new print. Doesn't it make you feel good? The colors with the black bottom, because sometimes we wear all those colors and you feel, ugh. But this makes you just feel good. We're selling lots of dresses because people are going on cruises. They're going down to Florida. They're going to the islands. And people love the SPF dresses because they're not going to wrinkle. They're cool and wicking. And you can just put a little jacket on if you want to cover your arms. And this is our #1 selling dress just because it has all the little ruffles and it hides every issue. So maybe if we have our winter body, we're not ready for our summer body, you can sit in and have a drink at the bar or the restaurant and not worry, or you got the little side stuff things going on. This hides everything. But as you can see, fun colors for a winter resort. Look at the fun. And I know you love this because it's got the animal print. Put a little black jacket. How cute is that to go out in?
Looking for lightweight cotton sweaters? Blooming Boutique has sweaters in great colors and patterns.
Now, we just started getting in all of our cotton resort for spring, and we carry their cotton sweaters all year. Look at the beautiful shade of pink. It's not too Barbie pink, not too pale pink. This is going to look flatter on a lot of people's skin tone, hair color, everything on this. Very classic. And you know, basic cotton sweaters we carry all year for that. Plus we carry a lot of these. People love this down here, this long tee, because then they can always throw a sweatshirt on, they can throw a jacket on, whatever. And you know, it's just, the amount of graphic tees that we now sell this length, people love it. And the nice thing with this one, this is the one that goes straight across. Now this is a little larger size. We go from like extra small to XXL in these, which is great. And these are pre-shrunk. So this one works very well for our petite people because it has a straight across. We have other ones that go scoop down, so if you want a little longer, maybe for leggings, or you're a little taller. So we have cuts for everybody's body shape, which is nice right now. And look, just this fun layering piece. How fun is this to use? And, you know, and then this was a very popular, look how with the side little tie. Isn't that fun? But the shades of pink is just gorgeous with that. And you know, again, we got graphics, and guess what? Stripes started coming back. I think I even have almost like this fog. Look how pretty. It's just a very nice, it looks so nice with this.
While most of us are trying to decide what's in for 2024, Misha is sure to be your trusted guide, as she's already looking toward trends for 2025.
Got back from Atlanta. I'm getting ready to head to Las Vegas for all the fashion trade shows. So I'll be buying for next Christmas already. I've already bought all next year. I have it all coming in already, so I already know. I was just talking to you about, oh my gosh, I already know next year's Christmas pajamas and stuff. We already did all that, so we're about a year ahead.
As far as shopping experiences go, you're sure to have a wonderful time with wonderful service with Misha and her team.
Say, one, we're going to try to give you excellent service. We want to help you. We will work with you in the dressing room. We know our fits. We have just added in all our stores, we're adding in all of our Blooming Boutiques a full jean bar. We're carrying the Judy Blue, the Mica, the Ryzen. We're carrying the Everstretch. I mean, we have such good jean lines right now, even the Lulubi jeans, that we can fit any shape or size in anybody if they want to pull on, button up, zip, every type of wet leg. And I think that's the biggest thing. We're trying to really cater to what people want down here, and we're always listening to our customers.
Misha has the best accessories there. You can always find, whether it's for yourself or maybe even a little gift for someone else. Maybe you got some birthdays coming up in your life and you want to take care of them. I know there's so many fantastic accessories and clothes, and it's just fun shopping at Blooming Boutique. But we've got some more fun headed your way with a little bit more Coast Life to get to that you're not going to want to miss. Football, and more football, and Taylor Swift. I'm sure that's what you've had on the brain since yesterday. And we started the show talking about, you know, who's going to the big game coming up next month.
Yeah.
And one thing we actually don't know for sure is whether or not Taylor Swift is going to be there, because she's going to be in Tokyo for the Eras Tour. Friday and Saturday she has shows.
Wow.
So they're not sure if she's going to be able to hop on her private jet, get from Tokyo to Vegas. Although actually, I guess it's probably closer to get to Vegas from Tokyo than the other way around.
I would
think, like from the other side of the world.
Right.
But yeah, so she's there. So they're not sure if she's going to make it. I'm sure she's going to try. But
wow.
One thing that I'm seeing a lot of on TikTok already is that people are, and mostly the Swifties, of course, and you have a Swiftie at home.
Yes.
They're throwing Taylor Swift themed
Super Bowl parties?
I think it's fun. Yeah,
think it's
a little
fun, too.
twist. I know not all the guys out there would maybe agree with us, but I think it's kind of fun.
I think it could be fun, especially for this area, because we don't have as many Chiefs or 49ers fans.
Right.
Nobody cares. So you might as well have a little bit of fun with it. So the girlies are making friendship bracelets, going all out, making the Taylor Swift themed sweatshirts and stuff. So
yeah, playing like a great soundtrack the whole time.
Exactly.
Lots of options.
Got to get you pumped for the game. I wonder if I'm not sure if she's going to drop Reputation, Taylor's version, by then or not. But
oh wow, fingers crossed. And the fact that she is thinking about even going from Tokyo to Vegas for that. What a girlfriend. I mean, that's pretty dedicated.
Would.
Yes, I love it.
I'd seen somewhere too that she was she spent crazy money on gifts for the team as well. I want to say like $40,000 or something on monogrammed Louis Vuitton bags, and she got Travis this monogrammed leather jacket and all this stuff.
It's a great year to be a Chief.
Right? So that's what I'm saying. But it's all in good fun. It's all lighthearted. But I think if you need ideas, a little inspiration for your party at home, maybe consider a Taylor Swift theme.
It's a great idea. No, Avery has the full 22 outfit from that music video, so I know what she'll be wearing for our Super Bowl party.
See, isn't it so much cuter when you got the little kids at home? It's like, oh, adorable.
Yeah, less on a 35-year-old wouldn't be quite as adorable. Yes, I agree.
So when I'm there decked out in all my Taylor Swift gear for the big game, I'll be like, it's not as cute, but I am having a good time. Well, we know you've got more good times to get to. It's time to get on out of here, though. Our friends, Coast TV News at 5. Take it from here. Have a great rest of your Monday, and we will see you tomorrow.